expect coming up.
The ground near Jackson Interstate is pretty much sliding away.
Yeah, viewers alerted us about the mudslide late last week. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams live on I-220. Ross, what is MDOT saying about the area tonight?
Well, right now, this section of the roadway has...
The stolen materials have not been recovered. The owner estimates he's lost more than $55,000 in stolen trailers and equipment.
The entire town of Liberty, Mississippi, under a boil water alert tonight. At one point, the town had no water at all. Assault charges.
Firefighters rushed to put out an abandoned house fire early this morning. Our cameras were rolling as the flames shot up through the house on Estelle Drive. The fire is so intense it took 4 hours for firefighters to put it out. Neighbors who live in the area say all this scared them.
Heard some popping outside and didn't think really much of it. I thought it was the rain, and then all of a sudden my windows lit up with what looked like flames outside. I looked out and it was blazing away.
I saw the fire trucks and I went outside and I saw a big old flame on the house.
The house is a total loss. No word yet on the cause. Brookhaven Elementary schools are tightening up security after some students were almost kidnapped. Detectives say a man and woman tried to lure 3 little girls away from Mammy Martin Elementary during recess. The school is putting up privacy fences to protect students. Detectives say the pair even had a gun. A neighbor says his camera may have caught everything on tape.
Yeah, I got a camera right there in the corner of the house that 24 hours a day videos this street just for security. He said he felt like that was a good picture of the car and they're going to follow it up. Of course, he really can't talk about it.
Police say they're looking for a white car. Now, if you have any information about this, call Crime Stoppers at 601-355-TIPS.
The state attorney general's law.
Coming up.
Tonight, Jackson police search for thieves who stole 2 very expensive trailers.
That's right, Ryan. Security cameras caught 2 masked men break into the airlock installation offices. Now, the crooks drove up in their trucks, hitched a couple of trailers, and drove off. Now, the owner says he's hoping surveillance video can help track down those suspects.
Even with the mask on, I think somebody recognized.
New developments in the corrections corruption case. State Auditor Stacey Pickering says the next step in the case was to indict William Martin. Now, remember, yesterday we told you Martin killed himself in his Gulfport home just hours before his arraignment on federal bribery and witness tampering charges. We're told more charges are on the way. Wednesday, former prison boss Christopher Epps and Cecil McCrory pleaded guilty in a bribery scheme. Both men will learn their jail sentence in June. And developing now, parents on edge after police say a man and woman tried to lure kids into their car. 16 WAPT's Jennifer Ortega has the story.
Police say a man and a woman driving by this fence.
TIPS. Well, the qualifying deadline for statewide offices now over, Ryan.
16 WAPT's Ross Adams reports there's a big surprise in the race for Attorney General.
I just felt like it was my responsibility.
Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.
The primary election is set for August 4th. A federal appeals court has upheld the dismissal of a sexual harassment lawsuit against Jackson State. Vivian Fuller's former secretary filed the suit. She says Fuller made inappropriate comments and gestures back in 2011. A judge says the former secretary failed to prove any of those allegations.
Well, tomorrow's your chance to own a piece.
WAPT News.
Okay, Scott, thank you.
Power crews are putting in long hours repairing power lines the ice brought down. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams reports on how some power crews are working to restore power.
News.
And here's a look at the current outages in the area. You can see several spots across the metro still without power. At last check, Hinds County has about 1,200 customers still without power. And ice coated just about everything in Belhaven today.
Yeah, that's right. 16 WAPT's Tammy Aswick shows us what it looked like.
I'm Tammy Esquick. I'm taking a look at some of the things that froze around the Jackson area.
APT.com and on social media, Facebook and Twitter.
3 Jackson police officers recovering in the hospital tonight. 16 WAPT's Jennifer Ortega is live from the Village Apartments. Jennifer, what happened?
Ryan, police now have that 16-year-old in custody. It happened around 2 o'clock this afternoon right here at Village Apartments. After on the officers in the hospital or their conditions. Live in Jackson, Jennifer Ortega, 16 WAPT News.
Jennifer, thank you. Now, to give you a better idea where all this happened, police tracked down the carjacking suspect at the Village Apartments on Raymond Road. They chased and eventually caught him on Myrtlewood Drive. And Jackson police searched for the thief who hit a jewelry store twice.
Surveillance video shows that suspect opened the door, and you see him walk right in to Carter Jewelers on High Street in Jackson. Once he got inside, the owner says the thief broke into a case and took thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. The owner says he was hit again the next morning. He believes the same person just came back for more.
We got lots of feedback after we asked in a 16 WAPG special report, should parents be held accountable for their kids' crime?
My son ain't gonna shoot no gun. Now, I ain't saying that he won't rob nobody, but I know he won't shoot no gun. He not gonna shoot no gun. He not gonna shoot nobody.
Well, that woman's son faces murder charges, and her defense still has you talking. One judge says he makes parents pay for damages their kids cause, and it helps keep those kids from coming back to his courtroom.
When you tell that kid that, or that 12 or 13-year-old who's living with grandma or mama who's barely getting by, you see the little light bulb come on.
In some rare cases, metro area parents have faced charges for their kids' crimes. A Madison doctor and his wife go to trial on March 5th after their kids threw an alcohol-filled party at their home. And here are just a couple of your comments about our story. Elizabeth writes, each situation is different. In some cases, yes, but not all cases are the same. Now, Pam says, yes, if they had been raised right and probably wouldn't be in trouble. Kids need to be taught respect and hard work. It's not too late. You can join the conversation on our Facebook page and Twitter.
Frozen trees and cars, that cold blast slamming central Mississippi.
We have more coverage.